Okay, we have a 2016 Jeep Wrangler that came in. Here's the Jeep. This is the same owner of the 89 Jeep that you see I did some work to. This one came in, it's just some minor stuff. He wants to rotate the tires. He's got a rattle, a shield on the cat. I just brazed it, stopped it from rattling. But he's got a check engine light on and ABS lights. No check engine, just ABS. So I told him I would definitely look at it for him. He thinks it's a sensor, which he's pretty much in the ballpark, being right. So let me just go ahead and bring this up. What we're gonna do is go to the anti-lock brakes. You see the anti-lock brakes? I'm gonna click on it. We're gonna go to data. And what I'm gonna bring up is all four wheels. I wanna bring them all up. I'm gonna graft all of them here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna spin it. We're gonna spin each wheel and you're gonna watch these dip. Each one of them that dip means that they're functioning. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the far left rear wheel, driver's rear, and then I'm gonna work my way around. No, we're gonna start on the driver's front. I'm gonna spin the wheel and let's see if we get any action. Okay, so we do. Now I'm gonna go to the driver's rear. Now I'm on the passenger rear. Okay, so now the problem child is this right front wheel. Nothing. Nothing at all. As you see, I am spinning the wheel. And as you see on the screen, that's the only one that it didn't do anything. So therefore, that basically tells me the problem's this right front wheel. Is it the sensor or is it the pickup on the hub bearing? It comes as a unit. We can change the sensor, but odds are it's not. It's going to be the bearing. But we're gonna go ahead and change it, swap it out, and check it. I do have one coming in, so I am gonna pull it apart and check and see how we make out. So I'll bring you along for that. As soon as the bearing gets here, I'll take it apart and we'll go from there. I mean, I can do it. I will take it apart. I will bring you along and show you what I am doing as we do it. I will disassemble it and show you. And just so you do know, this is how I actually diag my stuff. I always use my scanner to help me. And this way here, I know I'm not guessing by saying, oh, it's this, it's that. I'll go in, I'll test the part, determine which one's what is the problem. And this way here, I'm not wasting time, customer's not wasting time, I'm not wasting their money by putting the wrong parts on it and charging them for it. So this way here, it's done properly and the right way and honestly. Okay, here's something that I did notice while I'm here that I am gonna contact this customer for. Not only are we gonna do the wheel bearing, but as you can see, brake pads. Okay, so on this Jeep, here's the wheel bearing. It's here. Here's the sensor where it goes in. Right here's the ABS sensor. Generally speaking, they go bad, but the main thing is what happens is they go bad inside the bearing. It loses its magnetic pulse. Here is the bolts that you're gonna take off. They're 12 point, 13 millimeter 12 point, I believe, or 12 millimeter 12 point. But there's three of them. There's one on the other side over there. There's this one and this one. Take them off, pry this out here, or you'll have to put a screwdriver or a chisel in here to break it off free, and then it'll come right off. But you do have to take the nut off the axle right here. Okay? Okay, so you're gonna take off the 3 bolts in the back, the 12 millimeter. Okay, hon. Okay. And yes, I usually, a stuck bolt real good, I will try to tighten it first and then break it free. Because then they tend to break free real easy. Okay, so then you just hit the surface of the bearing to get it. Don't be fooled thinking that every bearing job you do are gonna come off like that. This Jeep is originally from Arizona, so it's not full of corrosion and rust. So don't think every one you do is gonna come off easy like that, because they're not. Always make sure you clean the mating surfaces of wherever you're gonna mount anything. This is the spacer plate that mounts against here in between the bearing and the axle.
That's it though, you're making up for what I haven't been over there.
Yeah, right. You'll be back again. I got another Honda Pilot out there. I got to do brakes on when I'm done with this.
See you later, man.
See you, Bob. Have a great day.
Go.
Gonna put never seize, anti-seize on all the mating surfaces on the axle. This way here, when this axle goes in through the bearing, the hub, if it has to come off 5 years from now, it's gonna come off. It's not gonna be seized there, which means, you know, anti-seize to stop it from seizing. So it won't get all oxidized and become a problem. I'll put it on the back of the bearing as well, where it mates here. So this way here, where that plate is sandwiched in between the bearing and the axle housing, will be, you'll have anti-seize on it, on both sides of it. Make sure you put the bearing the right way, because as you see, there's a cutout for the sensor. And then make sure you put it on properly as well. I usually stick the bolts through and put the plate on it. This way here, it lines it up the right way. And I will get the torque spec and torque them, and then the axle will get torqued down to, I believe it's like 155 for torque on it. And I will get the torque and torque the bearing on the opposite side for the hub bearing as well. So I will look all that up, take care of that, and I'll get that all done and then reassemble the brakes. Okay, now you can see the bleeps on the screen. So now that means that right one's working, and I'm gonna do it again so you can see it. As you see, there's the right front. And as you see now, they all work. I can't determine whether or not 100% it was the bearing or if 100% it was the sensor. But this way here, all the bases are covered, sensors done, and the bearing 100% confirmed. As you see, ABS light will now be out. Now I'll just finish the brakes and we'll go from there.